Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Exciting times for precious metals as they are on the rise. And I want to talk about the safest or smartest types of silver to be buying right now because it definitely is a time and place to be purchasing different types of silver. There's so many diverse options out there. There's bullion, there's semi-numismatics, there's poured silver, there's constitutional silver, and not always there's not always a right time or a better time to be purchasing some coins, apart from others. So today I want to talk about this. So as prices are higher, I think it's personally, well, I can only speak from my personal experience. I don't want to be telling you guys how to stack because it is a very individual journey, but I'm going to be talking from my personal experience. I think that it's smarter to be purchasing bullion right now. Now, why is this? Well, because semi-numismatic coins like pandas and kookaburras, those coins are better to be purchasing when silver is lower because they're already appreciating on top of spot price. So if you buy your American Eagles right now around $18, then you're not having to pay the higher price of silver and the premium on top of it. When silver is in a slower bear market or a slower appreciating value, those coins like kookaburras and pandas appreciate on top of spot price regardless. So even if spot price stays at $17 for the next 5-10 years, at least your pandas and kookaburras will still be appreciating on top of spot price, whereas your American Eagles will be pegged to whatever spot price is. So right now, I definitely think that bullion is the smarter option. You're cutting out the price of the premium that you would be misplacing with spot price staying low. So when it comes to buying though, you always want to figure out which direction best suits you. Sometimes people have more bullion than they do higher premium coins, so they want to level out their stack and maybe start going in different directions, balancing their stack out. I made a video talking about that a couple weeks ago about how I was trying to balance my stack, and I do want to focus on some other types of silver out there, but there definitely is a time and a place to be buying certain types of coins. Now, when you are buying your higher premium silver, you want to make sure that you're finding good deals. I'm waiting around the holidays just because there's a lot more sales around the Black Friday times. And if I was to be, purchasing those coins earlier in the year, especially when the newer coins start coming out for the year 2020, I'll be paying higher premiums. Now, when you're looking at silver's price right now, a lot of people might be thinking it's too high to sell or to be purchasing, I mean. And if you're one of those people, just keep a pulse on the market because if it keeps going higher, then you could be missing out on an opportunity to be buying silver one last time while it's still relatively cheap. Now, silver's price is definitely a personal opinion. Some people are desensitized to $22 silver, if they started buying in 2013s. So $17 to $18 is still no problem for them. Other people got in around $15. So $17, $18 silver might be extremely high for them. So you can see depending when you got into the market could highly reflect on what you think silver's price is, whether it's high or not. But really, though, that is irrelevant. Silver's value is from its metal content, not its fiat currency spot price attachment to it. That's something that I feel a lot of people take out of context and kind of forget about when we're looking at silver. And even if silver is $20, $30, it's still extremely low compared to how valuable it really is in the everyday world. So try to remember that and reflect upon that. But I definitely do think there is smarter times to be buying your silver. So, take that into consideration if you are willing to be buying or if you're preparing to be making some purchases in the next couple days or weeks. Think about where your price lies on what you're comfortable paying. Also comparing that to your dollar per cost average, you want to be trying to keep it as low as possible, accumulating the most ounces of silver for as cheap as possible, especially when it comes to bullion. You can do certain things like the JM Bullion 10-ounce starter kit where you can get 10 ounces of silver at spot price. That's a great deal. I think Provident Metals has a similar one with Maple Leafs right now. Several places do these types of deals. I always try to sign up for the newsletters. I'm signed up to basically every single bullion dealer's newsletter, so I'm the first person to hear what new deals are coming out, and I try to release that information to you guys. But you guys also want to be doing this as well. You want to take advantage. Some of these coins, especially the ones that are, highly sought after, that are the big money makers, they're usually sold out within a couple of hours, if not a day at most. So you want to be the first person to hear about that, and that could be a huge deal, for you, depending on if you're going to be making a lot more profit or a lot less. I know a lot of people capitalize off the Krugerrands and the Silver Swans because they were sold out within hours, but the people that placed those orders in were able to buy them around $60 and then sell them on eBay for around $300. So that's definitely a direction you can take. It's a lot riskier because we're not always guaranteed that these coins are going to be appreciating, but usually more than 9 out of 10 times they usually do, especially the more highly sought after coins. Now, what coins can you be looking forward to that have appreciation, that have potential in appreciating? Well, we can go over this because I definitely think that right now is a key time to be understanding, which types of silver you're looking to buy personally. Like I said, I can only speak from my experience and my journey, but I'm going to kind of share some things that I look for. Maybe you guys can reflect upon those yourself. So, low mintage numbers is definitely key for me. If a coin has hundreds of millions, minted every year, then that coin is not rare at all. It brings no type of value in a collector's world. I'm looking for the coins like when I bought the PF70 Ultra Cameo Moon Festival Panda, there was a mintage of 5,000. That's extremely low. Plus, it was PF70, which means proof 70. Ultra Cameo, which means it's a beautiful coin. It has a proof finish, a reverse proof almost looking with the moon. And I knew that coin was going to do good. It came with the COA. So I knew that, when I was going to sell it in the future, I could give them the little certificate showing which number I had out of those 5,000. And I went and jumped the gun. I bought it for $100. But I knew that that was a risky investment, but I also knew there was a lot of potential. And that coin nowadays, you can't even find it anymore. They sell the gem proof, but you can't even find a PF70 Ultra Cameo anywhere online to be sold. And I'm sure that coin's probably worth $300 or $400 now. And that's a prime example of me using, the tools I know to figure out which coins appreciate over time. You can do this with several different coins, but I look for mintage numbers. I look for uniqueness, like the Rwanda series is extremely unique. The different types of proof finishing that they have on them, how they reflect against the light. It's a beautiful coin. Not many minted every year. There's more than, they're more than, kookaburras, but they're still a very unique coin that bring a lot to the table. Now let's talk about kookaburras. So those coins, they're made by Perth Mint, which is also something to look for. Who makes it? A beautiful coin, only 300 to 5,000 minted per year, so it's extremely low compared to, American Eagles, even pandas. Pandas are minted around the 8 million per year, which is still relatively low comparing it to American Eagles, but that, so the design changes every year as well. That's another key thing. Does the design change every year, or does it stay the same like American Eagles, which gets boring and it just gets, repetitive, and people don't really, there's no collector value in that. So those are definitely, a couple of things that I look for when I'm trying to find a coin, if it's going to be appreciating or not. But trying to revert back to the purpose of this video, during these times, if you are going to be buying some higher premium stuff, those are things I would be looking for. If not, stick to your standard bullion. I just made a video yesterday about Sunshine Mint, how they have the the reflective lens that, it will show if your bar or coin is valid or not when you put the lens over it. It will have a little decoder thing, and it's definitely something you want to be, taking advantage of, especially as silver prices rise, as silver demand goes up. More people are going to be pumping out fake silver in the market, so be careful, especially if you're buying on eBay. Make sure that you know where you're buying from. Is it a trusted dealer, or is it some random person on eBay that has a couple of ratings, seller ratings? You don't want to be taking those because there's a good chance, or there's definitely a chance that it could be fake silver or gold, especially when it comes in the world of gold, because gold is a lot higher. There's a lot higher profits in them, since some of these bars or coins that are several $1,000s. People have more motivation to fake them. So if you are buying gold, make sure you're buying from places like APMEX, Provident Metals, JM Bullion, Modern Coin Mart. That's definitely just some stuff that I would recommend. I would never be buying gold off someone that I don't know. Silver, on the other hand, can be a little different, especially because constitutional silver is a little harder to fake, just to make it look that like the toning and all that stuff and it dulled down. But people still do it. I hate to say it, but people still do it. Wherever there's a dollar to be made, people are going to be taking advantage of it. But anyways, though, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Are you buying at these times? And if you are, what types of silver are you buying? I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Like I said, I'm just sharing what I personally think. I definitely think that, some of this could be taken, it could definitely be taken for your stacking journey as well. But this is just what works for me, and I want you guys to know that, because what works for me might not work for you. Different people have different financial situations, different amounts of silver in their stack. They might be looking to sell at different times as well. So all that does reflect upon, which direction and which type of silver you're going to be buying yourselves. So just remember that as well. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. This was Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.